This is the connections piece of my project for the human anatomy. First, what is Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia in the world. It is most prevalent in the United States and Europe because people live longer in these areas. And it was first pretty much discovered by the German neuropathologist and psychiatrist Alois Alzheimer. And the Alzheimer was his last name, and it was given to the disease in honor of him. As of right now, it is usually over the people of 65 that are diagnosed with Alzheimer's. There are younger people that are diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and this is early onset Alzheimer's, but it doesn't happen as much. It's a lot more rare. And so for the rest, I will be discussing. Now that you know what Alzheimer's is, I will be discussing how Alzheimer's affects the cardiovascular system, the muscular system, the integumentary system, and how the endocrine, nervous, and digestive system affect Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's affects the cardiovascular system, which is the heart, blood, and blood vessels, and some little things in between like that. Alzheimer's affects the cardiovascular system because the brain is in charge of it's in charge of everything. So once the brain shuts down, because of Alzheimer's will shut the brain down because the brain will disintegrate because of Alzheimer's. And once the brain shuts down, all function, including the heart, which pumps the blood, and the blood vessels won't work properly because the nerves, the commands from the brain that would tell the blood vessels to constrict, to dilate through the nerves, is the brain no longer functions, so the brain can no longer tell what the body to do, and the body, in the cardiovascular system part of the body, ceases to function. And this is how the cardiovascular system is affected by Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's affects your muscular system because it will shut down every muscle in your body once the lobe responsible for that in the brain shuts down. Everything else in the body shuts down and responsible for each lobe. So the muscular system will shut down, and that is how it is affected by Alzheimer's disease. The integumentary system is affected by Alzheimer's by the fact that when the brain shuts down, everything having to do with the skin and such, it will cease to continue growing and replacing old cells because basically you're dead, so no new cells for the skin. The endocrine system, which is the system of glands, each of which secretes a type of hormone that goes directly into the bloodstream. Now, the endocrine system can increase your chance of Alzheimer's if it does not function properly, since it is in charge of hormones, and hormones basically once let into the bloodstream, they flow into the muscles and organs, and they tell the muscles and organs what to do, what type of nerves to produce, how to pretty much like almost how to produce them also, and stuff like that. So if the endocrine system is malfunctioning or not working, or working just a tiny bit off, which is also really bad, then if it goes to the brain, if a hormone is released in the brain for certain types of nerves to be made, and they're made improperly and such, then this could increase your risk of Alzheimer's, because Alzheimer's is the entanglement of nerves and deterioration, which endocrine system could affect Alzheimer's this way. This is how the nervous system affects Alzheimer's. The nervous system is a bunch of specialized cells, nerve cells. Okay, so nervous system is most directly involved with Alzheimer's, so because it's in the brain. So the way the nervous system affects Alzheimer's is that the neurons in the brains, which are part of the nervous systems, get bundled up, all tangled. The proteins are misfolded, which this is the direct cause of Alzheimer's. Like like this is what makes Alzheimer's happen. So that is how the nervous system affects Alzheimer's. The digestive system affects Alzheimer's disease because even if you have a proper diet, but if your body can't, your long intestine, your small intestine, and you aren't absorbing your nutrients enough or at the right amount, or stuff that is getting in that is not supposed to be, like some type of toxins is getting in, then that increases your risk of Alzheimer's. So that is how the digestive system affects Alzheimer's disease.